Hello, hello. Danny Garola here with pinkbarnstamper.com, coming to you from a very nice, warm, and beautiful Tucson, Arizona. It is very sunny today, and it has just been one of those days where we've just been kind of hanging out at home, not much going on. The weekend was very, very chill. We did have a baby shower that we went to on Saturday. You guys have heard me talk about my BFF. Her daughter is due with a baby October 4th. So she had her baby shower on Saturday. It was wonderful. I haven't been to a baby shower in so many years. So it was so nice to just kind of have that baby vibe, because obviously I am done with those days, and it's just one of those things that it's just kind of fun to see, the younger, our kids' generations now having babies and baby showers and all those fun things. Hello, Linda. Hello, Peggy. Welcome, you guys. And also, what else did we do? I was gonna go over to her house after that, but then just decided it was too warm. There was just too much going on, and I just kind of stayed home. One of our that you guys have heard me also talk about the neighbor that we had when we had the old house up down the road. She had called me and let me know Saturday evening that their power was out. Well, come to find out, a bunch of people out here in our area had no power. And so they're an elderly couple, and it was super, super hot that day. And so I was trying to figure out a way that either I had to go down and pick them up, but our truck, we have a big Suburban, and the fuel pump went out on it. So my car won't make it down the road because they've built this incline thing to keep the water out. And so my minivan won't make it over down to their road. So we were trying to come up with all these, brainstorming to how I could go pick them up and bring them up here so they could get out of the heat and be up here in the cool, because luckily we were not on the electrical grid that they're on. But by the time we were trying to figure everything out, their power came back on. So hallelujah for that one. They were able to cool back off and not deal with this heat. But then yesterday, we saw the clouds building up, and we're in monsoon season right now, and I thought, ooh, we're gonna get some rain. We need to test the barn out because the barn guy came out and he fixed a couple of strips that he said that didn't look like they were done correctly and whatnot. He took tons of pictures. He's taken it back to his boss and letting them know that there's things that we weren't happy with, and that he says that he doesn't find it very professional, I guess you would say. And so he fixed the strip that he said that was just not even done correctly, and that's probably where he thinks it was leaking from. And so he said, he goes, now the next thing to do is you just wait for it to rain again, and then we can see if it's still leaking or not. So we're waiting and waiting and still waiting. So we're just playing the waiting game from the rain. So yesterday I thought, oh, great, this will be wonderful. We can go out and check this barn and make sure that it's not, leaking anymore. That way I can start getting my stuff out there, and we can start crafting in the barn. And so it dodged us. It completely went around us. But the craziest thing, I live in Tucson, Arizona. We don't have tornadoes, like maybe once in a 25 years or whatever like that. We actually had a tornado touchdown. It was not in my area, but it was more in town. It did quite a bit of destruction. They have been talking about it on the news today about all the cleanup that they're having to do. One of our auto zones, the auto parts store, the whole front of it was torn off. A couple of buildings lost roofs. A couple of carports fell on cars. They also had a ton of flooding. They were showing pictures, and cars are just like up to their door window in water. And my husband was supposed to go because he goes over to the mall and he plays D&D. I'm sure you guys have probably heard of that, but he goes over to the mall normally every other Sunday, and he sets up a big game of D&D. And so he was like, maybe I just shouldn't go. He was like, I think the weather's kind of a little crazy. I don't want to get stuck out there and blah, 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 blah. And because, you know, it's been known for our flooding here. So he's like, I'm just going to call and let them know because my son woke up also that morning and he was not feeling well yesterday morning. And so he called all of his friends and let them know that he wasn't going to be at the game yesterday. And it worked out great because all the craziness happened. And I guess the mall where they actually hold the game is they had to actually lock the doors and hold everybody in there till after midnight because the storms were so crazy coming through there. It wasn't safe for people to leave. And trees were actually like big, huge rooted trees were being uprooted, sitting up with, you know, the big clump of dirt on the back of it. Yeah, wild. Yeah, that doesn't happen here, but it did. So never say never, right? Okay, hello Frida, hello Vicky, hello Lois, you made it. I'm so glad you found me. I know you had written on there asking me that you hadn't seen me on Mondays. Well, now you know where I'm at. I'm here on YouTube. And while you're here, please make sure that you are subscribed to my channel so you don't miss anything. Make sure you like this video and please share this for me. We always know somebody who loves to do paper crafting, or maybe they don't even know what there is to offer for paper crafting, and they would love to watch this, and then you have a friend to craft with. We love seeing them pop in here and comment as well while we're live in these videos. So do be sure to make sure that you are signed in when you're watching this so you can comment on the live video and the live chat here, because I love to answer your guys' questions, talk to you guys, let me know where you're watching me from. I always like all that. Thank you, Linda, for sharing. Thank you, Becky, for sharing. Hello, Becky. Welcome in. So, I guess there's really not more to chat with you about as far as life, besides the fact that you guys know a couple of weeks ago, we took a trip up to northern Arizona, up to Cottonwood area. Well, my mom, she actually headed up there last week. I think I told you guys last week she got into a car accident. A kid had backed out and hit her car. And so Tuesday morning they ran down, they got a little rental car, and she took off up to Cottonwood as well. So she is having a wonderful time up there. She's staying in the resort that she has timeshare with. And she actually called me yesterday. She is having a fabulous time with her friends. So our next door neighbors, they are camp hosts at one of the campgrounds up in Sedona. So that was kind of her whole reason for going up there. Her and the neighbor are besties. They are totally like gal pals. And so she's been missing her friend because they leave here like the end of May or the end of April, beginning of May. So it's been a while. They only come home like every couple of weekends out of the summer. So it's been a while since she's gotten to see her. And so my mom was so excited to go up there and just kind of have that girls' time. She just needed that. And also to just get away from, you know, home, just kind of have a reset in life. And so she called me and she said, it has been wonderful. She's so happy that she actually got to get away and go visit the little town of Sedona, because it is such a cute little town. They actually went up, I think it was yesterday, she was telling me they drove up to Flagstaff. So she actually got to see Flagstaff, and she was telling me how cute it was and how they went to a cute little restaurant up there. And I was telling her, I go, yeah, I told you were going to love Flagstaff. I said, it's like 15, 20 degrees like cooler up there. It's just amazing. Well, and she said while they were there, it did start raining. So she said that just made it even better. You could smell the pine trees. And I was like, oh, I love that. And then they actually went up to, there is an old mining town up top of like Prescott and Cottonwood area, and it's called Jerome. And it's actually a little old mining town. There's not much there, but it's right up on the side of the mountain. It's kind of eerie looking. Like if it snows, you wouldn't want to live on this like side of the hill, but people do it. People work up there. There's not really much up there, but there is this old historical, I think they actually had it as a like a nursing station, or like it was kind of their hospital back in the days when they were living there doing the mining. But they've kind of got all these historical hospital equipment in there, and they say that this place that I'm speaking of, and I think it is a hotel, or maybe it's just a restaurant, or it was at one time, but now they've turned it into kind of a museum where you can walk through, and they do say that it's haunted. So I asked my mom, I'm like, hey, you see any ghosts? So she was like, yeah, whatever. She doesn't get into that kind of stuff. But I have not been up to Jerome. That was on our list of things to do when we were up there, but we didn't get to it. So I was like, okay, so that's what is on our to-do list for the next time we go up there. So I was glad that she got to go up, though. Like I said, she's having a wonderful time. She needed to have that getaway, and her and her friend actually went to a couple of estate sales up there, and she loved it. She goes, oh my God, things were like $1. She said everything that they had sitting out was $1. It blew her mind. And she also got this big pottery. So for Mother's Day, we bought her a big plant, the birds of paradise. So she's been trying to find the perfect pot for her birds of paradise. And I guess she actually found one at a pottery shop up there. So she's just, you know, I'm so glad that she got to go. I do miss her, but at the same sense, she needed this. Okay, so I have a couple of things to show you. I let you guys know last week that my mom did order the sweet collection that is on the online exclusives. So I do have that in my hands, so I can share that with you. What else did I want to share with you guys? I think that's it, honestly. I think we're going to get straight into crafting, because that's what you guys are here for, because otherwise I would sit here and talk your guys' ear off about, you know, the birds and, well, maybe not the birds and the bees, because we wouldn't, this is a family program. We wouldn't talk about that, but we would talk about the actual flying birds, because we do have cardinals that keep showing up out here. And maybe we would talk about some bees, because, you know, we do have flowering, so it would maybe be about that, but we'll just leave it at that. Okay, so I'm going to get you guys flipped around. We are going to talk a little bit of business here. I'm going to show you that great sweet set that I think you guys are going to all love. It is one of those things that if you want to get a head start on your holiday card making, it is definitely a set that you're going to want to have. So hold tight. I'm going to get you guys flipped around. I don't want anybody getting sick. So if you get motion sickness, please close your eyes and I will let you know when I have my camera adjusted. So yeah, you don't have to leave our program soon. So hold tight. I will try to fix the glare of that light here in just a second. Let me get this tightened up here. Okay, that looks pretty straight. I'm gonna try to move this light around over here. Maybe go, that'll work. And I think this one is right up there. Okay, I think that's good. I think you guys can see everything. I might slide this back just a skosh. Yep, I think that's good. All right, I think you guys can all open your eyes and join us back here. So I hope you guys are all a part of my Pink Barn Stampers group. It is a private group that I have over on Facebook. It is where we do a couple of little get-togethers. I actually moved my mystery stamping over there. So it's something that if you follow me and you are interested in doing some kind of little get-together that we do on a Facebook Live, it's just a cute little event that I do for you guys and get you guys involved in card making. I call it mystery stamping. So that is happening on the 17th. So this Wednesday, that will be at 2 p.m. Pacific time. So that will be 3 Mountain, 4 Central, and 5 Eastern. So just so you guys are aware of that, I do have the event posted on the Pink Barn Stampers group. So when you go there, just simply type in Pink Barn Stampers group. It will be a private group, so you're going to have to ask to join that. All I ask of you to make sure you have is on your profile picture on Facebook, make sure it's not the generic silhouette that they just throw up for Facebook, but make sure you actually have a picture downloaded for that. That's my way of kind of trying to keep our group as safe as I can. Also, there's just a couple of little questions that you will have to answer, and then I will let you in the group, okay? So this is coming on the 17th, Wednesday. We will do mystery stamping. So be sure that once you go in there and you become a part of that group, look in the featured section. You are going to see, I have a graphic in there that shows you all the supplies that you're going to need for mystery stamping, so you can join in that challenge with us. Okay, we still have these wonderful glass mats available for you as a customer to purchase now. It also comes with the silicone little pad here, and it comes with the chamois. So here is the chamois, so you can just wipe it off when you get ink on it. You can also wipe off your stamps with this. It is just a wonderful, wonderful tool. My mom actually wound up ordering it on this last order of hers. For a while, she was like, no, I don't think I need that, da 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 da. But then she sees how much I use mine and how much, like, I show her that can actually be used with this. And so she was like, okay, yep, I think I need that. So she went ahead and ordered one. So yes, the Stampin' Glass Mat Studio is available to you guys as a customer. And also when you purchase that, just know that you're going to get your bonus day coupons. So the way that works is the first step is you are going to shop in my store at shopdannygarola.com. With every $50 purchase that you make, you are going to earn a $5 coupon. Now that coupon is going to come to you in a separate email. So make sure when you sign in to, or you sign up, depending on if you're a current customer or not, or a new customer, you're going to put in your email address. Make sure that is a correct email address so you can get your coupons emailed to you. So they are a digital coupon. They're going to come to you. Make sure that you save those. Either take a screenshot of your computer, your phone, however you save any of your photos. Make sure you do that. You can also save that email that you're going to get. Now, this promotion runs through July 30th. Then, come August 1st, you can start redeeming those coupons. So, that means you can place any amount of order and you can use as many of those coupons as you want. And it just helps you save on your future orders because they know that you're shopping with us and they want to just kind of give our customers a little bit of a thank you. And that's what our bonus day coupons are. So just know that you have until July 30th to earn those coupons. And then starting August 1st, you can start redeeming those coupons. This is the online exclusives that I was telling you about. So this one here, this is called the if you ordered the whole suite collection, it is called the Seasons of Green and Gold Suite Collection. And I know right here on this sheet, it doesn't give you kind of the full look of the paper. And I know it's still not going to give you the full effect even on camera, but I do want to show you this paper because it is gorgeous. Absolutely stunning. I also have both of the bundles that come in the suite collection. I'm going to be showing you the cherry cobbler and pearl adhesive back berries along with that very vanilla satin ribbon. And then my mom also purchased the Everyday Greetings. This is one that goes with this set, but this is an Everyday Greetings versus a Greetings of the Season. Okay, and then also know that these items can be purchased individually. You don't have to buy the whole suite collection. I highly advise it because then you don't forget anything and then you have all the things that you need. Now, the Sweet Collection does not come with the everyday greetings. That is something you would have to purchase individually. But just so you know that if you like everything else that you see, you can bundle that all in one code. So that's all you have to put in and it will automatically add the other things to your cart. So like I said, you're not trying to fumble around in my online store and trying to find everything. So I'm going to go ahead and show you this Sweet Collection. So I'm going to start with the paper. Now this has a 2 sets of paper. So this one here is called the Graceful Greenery Vellum. And then you've got the Seasons of Gold specialty designer series paper. And I'm going to show you what makes that a specialty paper here in just a minute. But this is the Graceful Greenery Vellum. This is a beautiful vellum. So just know that the quality of this vellum is definitely high quality. It is a thick paper vellum. It's not that flimsy vellum that you think of that would rip easily. It has got beautiful imagery on there. So you're going to get 2 of these that have the sprigs, and then you have some of those sprigs that are frosted. I guess those would also be called boughs. You've got this one here that is an all white. It almost looks like a denim, but a whitewashed denim. You get 2 sheets of those. And you can see how thick it is. Here's one sheet. And you can see my hand kind of opaquely through that. So it's not real thin. So just to kind of give you the idea of this is a thicker vellum paper. Then you've got this one here. You get 2 of these. Very, very cool. So that is that paper. So let me bring out the other specialty designer series paper. This one is called the Seasons of Green and Gold. And I apologize about all the crinkling and wrinkling of me opening these. So these are double-sided. So what makes this a specialty is, do you see all this gold foiling? Hopefully the light can catch that and you can see that shimmer on there. It's got those flakes of gold in there that make it the specialty paper versus just a matte finish on the paper. Now the back side does have that matte finish and is not gold leafed, but the front side is. So you have that pattern, and then there's this one. There's the back of that. Very, very pretty. And, you know, I do want to look at something really quick since I'm looking at this paper. I think, so the dies, the golden greenery dies actually cut these images out. So here's this one right here for this actual greenery, and that's also on that vellum as well. Then you've got this one right here that will do this, and this one here that will do this one. So these are all coordinating with our dies. Okay, so that is that. Then look at how pretty this is. Oh, I love that. Just very simple pattern, but it is just gorgeous. This is the flip side. You've got these bells, and now that I'm looking at this, it looks like these bells will actually cut out these 2 individual bells in the 2 different sizes. Oh, there are, I figured there was 2 different sheets of these in here. So there's a lot of dies in this. Wonderful for your Christmas card making. Okay. Oh, here's the flip side of that. Oh, I love that gingham. Oh, that is so cute. Oops, it helps if I probably turn that around so you guys can see the actual pattern facing you. Again, that's got that gold foiling. Then there's this one. Here's the flip side of that. Has that denim look again, but it's in the Old Olive and Mossy Meadow. Look at those little starbursts. Aren't those cute? So, so pretty. I love the greens and the golds. Ugh. It's just such a rich look to it. Okay, so here are the dies that coordinate with the golden greenery bundle. So you've got the bells that can also be stamped and then die cut. You've got a couple of the floral images that will also be coordinating with the stamp set. You've also got these little sets of berries. That is to cut out the berries here. And then you've got single little berries here to cut out the little circles that you can put around on your little greeneries, which is really kind of cool. So that is the first bundle, and that is called Golden Greenery. Then the second one is the greetings of the season. So again, this has got your holiday greetings in it. You've got, it's the most wonderful time of year, seasons greetings, New Year's, happy, merry holidays to, from, love and joy for you. You've got Christmas, New Year's in there, happy holidays. Very, very fun. I like this one right here. May your holiday season be filled with warmth and cheerful celebration. Oh, that's so beautiful. And then with the dies that go with this, we have got all these labels, and these are great for gift cards. They have the little hole in it that you can put some ribbon, tie this to a gift bag or your packages, and that is a great way to just add one of those little stamp greenery on there. Also put your little sentiment, and because you've got your to and from, you can write exactly who this is to and just make your own little holiday tags, which is really fun. Okay, and then with this sweet collection, we have these so cute. These ones are almost like an iridescent little pearl, and then you've got the red ones. These ones are a cluster of 3. They look like little berries that are together. Now these are called the Cherry Cobbler and Pearl Adhesive Back Berries. And there's a full sheet in there, if I can find how to open this. So it's a full sheet. And then here is that ribbon. This is that very vanilla satin ribbon. Now with it being satin, it is very soft, it is very pliable and easy to tie a bow with. And the other thing you can do is, because this is very vanilla, you can take any of your Stampin' blends and you can change the color of it to match whatever you need. So in other words, if you want it to match that paper and you want to use your Mossy Meadow or your Old Olive, you can color this to the color you would like and have that match that paper. But isn't that pretty? So there's a whole roll of that, and there's a lot on there. And then she added on the everyday greetings. So this one has anniversary, congratulations. It's got your thinking of you, birthday, where there's a heartache, let there be healing. That's beautiful. Great for anybody who has had a loss or somebody dealing with, well, I guess with loss, that would be what it would be for. So yeah, so this is a really, really cool add-on. So it makes your bundle and your sweet collection go even further with the extended holidays that you would celebrate as well. Okay, so I just wanted to make sure that I brought that in so you could actually get a full view of that. Okay, we have the August Paper Pumpkin is the one that is able to be subscribed to now. This is the Time for Cake. Now this is kind of a special little kit because they are adding a free additional stamp set in this. So normally in your Paper Pumpkin kits, you get a stamp set that goes with your card making or gift boxes or whatever it is that they have chose to create in that box. But this time they're giving you a free extra stamp. So that's really kind of cool. This is Bring On a Birthday Bash with elegant birthday cards made with rose gold detail. It's going to make 9 cards, 3 each of 3 designs. Project includes printed card bases, coordinating envelopes and labels, embellishments, and rose gold cord. And so this is going to be wonderful for all of your birthday card making. So I know we all know somebody who has a birthday. And so that's one of those kits that you're really going to want to have. So you can purchase the one-time kit. You can go into my store and you can buy prepaid subscriptions of 1 month, 3 months, 6 month, or 12 month. That's a great way to get those bonus coupons as well. Just so you know. Also, this is my current host code for July. So in order to earn my free weekly kit, which is this week, I'm going to be showing you the kit that we're going to be making this week on today. Make it Monday. You must use this host code and your order must be $35 or more. Now, if your order hits $149.99, do not use this host code. Stampin' Up! Is going to give you some rewards, and I want you to have those. So, just so you know, but I ordered the Every Celebration dies, and I want to share those with you guys. Now, these are the quarterly. So, you'll see the 3 months of this quarter of our paper pumpkins here on this little sheet. And then they show you that there is coordinating dies that they have that is going to go with those 3 months of kits. So here they are right here. You have your Hooray, which is a fully die-cutted word. You've got the leaf that is right here, which is, I'm assuming, going to go with the September, since you can see it right here in yellow. And then you've got the floral die cut right here that looks like it's going to cut some leaves with some flowers. And I'm going to say that that one goes with this painted petals box, which is already out of rotation because we've already been billed. If we are a subscriber, this kit should be coming within the next week or so. It should be coming right to your mailbox. So it is no longer available to those of you who have not gotten that one yet. But this die, it looks like it's going to coordinate quite well because we've got all these little floral images on there. So just so you guys could see what those look like. Those actually can be purchased in my online store at shopdannygarola.com. That's where you're going to find these. If you would like to know about any of the promotions that I have just shared with you here, please visit my blog at pinkbarnstamper.com. That is where you're going to find out about all of the current promotions and goings on at Stampin' Up. You're going to find that there. You're also going to find all the details about this kit, along with the dimensions to the cards that I am making for you guys tonight, and everything that I have used for there. There will be a shopping list for each specific card that I share with you guys tonight, because I do my 3 cards with you guys. So my kit will look like this. It will come to you just like this in the mail. Each card will be separated in its own envelope, just like so. You're going to get all the scraps for the pieces that we are going to be using in each card for you to go ahead and create. Now, you are going to need you're going to need the Changing Leaves bundle. Now, this bundle is these are called the hybrid embossing folder. And now I will show you what that means when I say hybrid. But here is the bundle. For this, you get 2 sheets. These are all about the gorgeous leaves. So you've got some of these open cut leaves. I love those. You've got a couple of little banners for your sentiments. This big one is the one that coordinates with this embossing folder to make it the hybrid. And we're going to go on with that, and I'm going to show you how that works and what you need to do with that to achieve some beautiful card making. Now, those are what you're going to need to have to create these cards. I am going to be using the Fall Leaf 3D embossing folder, but this is not a must-have. You could actually use this embossing folder in place of the Fall Leaf 3D embossing folder. If you don't have this and you don't want to spend the extra money to purchase it, you can get away with just using this one. But I think this one kind of gets shuffled through the wind because, you know, it's just one of those embossing folders that don't really get seen all that much. So that's why I'm going to be using it on one of the cards that I'm going to be sharing tonight, just so you can just see another way of using this. And if you have it and it's just been kind of stuck back on a shelf, bring it to the forward. We've got fall coming up and you're going to love some of the cards that you could actually use with this. If you have it and you want to find more inspiration, go over to Pinterest. There's tons of things. Look up Stampin' Up! Fall Leaf 3D embossing folder and you're going to find a plethora of things on there. Okay, so do we have any questions so far? Hello, Denise. Hello, Vicky. Hello, Kay. Welcome, you guys. Thanks for coming in. All right. So I will have you know that I'm going to be using gold foil in one of the cards that I'm going to be using. Now, just know you will get that when you use my host code and you use the and you spend the $35. You're going to wind up getting everything you need to die cut and make the cards that we are making today. So I just want you to know that you will receive all that. You just will not get any of the stamped images. You're not going to get the stamp, the bundle, any of that. That is something you're going to have to purchase, or if you already have it, then you will be ready and set to go. Okay. So let me move some of this out of the way. We're going to start with this card here. So my base is the thick basic white. This is 11 by 4 1/4, and I have scored it at 5 1/2. You're going to find all these dimensions tomorrow over on my blog, pinkbarnstamper.com. Okay, this card is actually going to sit in the landscape style. So normally when you see a flip card like this, you see it kind of in this orientation, but I'm going to flip this and we're going to open it like this, just to be a little different, because we can. All right, then we have this piece of white. Now this is where I'm going to be using the fall leaf. Now on this, let me see if I can find something a little bit darker to put behind there. Oh, and I've got mail thrown everywhere. Oh shoot, I had a card that I wanted to share with you guys that Miss Linda Jackmistol sent me. So as soon as I show you this, I will share this card with you. Let me get a piece of paper out here. So on this fall leaf, you've got sections of this that are more whited out. You're not going to have an imprint on this top corner and this corner. That is kind of why I wanted to use this, because I didn't want my full sheet completely done in leaves. I wanted kind of a section left open, but again, like I said, you can use that other changing leaves embossing folder and get pretty much the same embossed look. So Linda sent me this cute little thank you card, and I just love that she has used the, what was that? That was the Spotlight in Nature, one of the little circles from that. And then she brought in that Countryside Inn designer series paper, and she was just thanking me for one of the prizes that she won. And so just a very, very cute card. Thank you so much, Linda. This really made my day getting this in the mail. Okay, so back to what we were doing. So I am going to take this and I am going to lay my piece of white. Now this is regular basic white. This is not the thick. And I'm going to lay it where it's up in, if you are looking at this folder with the Stampin' Up! Logo facing you, and you open this up, you've got a hinge up here at the top. I'm going to lay this where this is kind of close to that hinge. I'm going to close it. So then when I look at this, I can see that this whole section over here is not going to be embossed, and this top corner is not going to be embossed. That's what I want. So I'm going to run this through. Now, this being a 3D embossing folder, I need to make sure that I have my specialty plate. This is number 4. Okay, and there is that super cute little array of leaves like they're blowing in the wind. I just think that is so cute. You could color these in. You can do a lot with this embossing folder. Okay, so now what I'm going to do, that is going to go right on the front of our card. This is 1/8 of an inch smaller than our card base. I need to grab my embossing folder. This is my Changing Leaves hybrid embossing folder. And I need to grab that second sheet with this big piece in here. This is the big die. And then I have some scraps here. I might just do one at a time, or I might do them all at once. Just depends on what I think this can handle. So the way this works is you're going to take your logo, and this will set, oops, nope, you're going to set it over here. This will emboss and cut both at the same time. So that fits kind of snugly in there. It just sits right around the cut of that. I'm then going to, now I did that on the logo side. I'm going to take a piece of Early Espresso, and I'm just covering this leaf. I only want this leaf done, kind of that little maple leaf. I'm going to hold that like so to make sure it's not going to shift around. I'm going to take that, and again, since this is a hybrid, I need to use that specialty plate. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to cut that out. Okay, so when I pick that up, I've got that little scrap, but see how it has taken that paper and it is putting that beautiful texture on there, like the texture of a leaf, and then it has cut it for me as well. So I need to do that out of a couple of different colors. So then I have my, that was Early Espresso. I'm going to use Pumpkin Pie. Hold that. I'm going to go do the same thing. Put that in there with my specialty plate. Making sure that my hinge is going to go into my machine first. Man, there's like a frog in my throat. Okay, again, open this all up. I have all these little scraps of these other leaves that kind of got cut out. But all I want is my one maple leaf. That reminds me of like the Canadian leaf. I thought if Miss Wendy Zilli was on here, this would be a total cute card for her. Even Mary, who comes in here, she lives part-time up in Canada. So these might be some cards that I need to send to them. Even though it's probably not that big of a deal to them because they live there. it would be like somebody sending me something with cactuses on there. It totally fits, but you know, I see cactuses all the time. It's people who don't get to see those things who enjoy them more than us who see them all the time. So there it is. I did this one in pecan pie. Okay, now this is going to be more of a simpler card, but it is still very cute once we get done with this. So what I am going to do is I'm going to take just my 3 leaves and I am going to arrange them right in the center here. I'm going to take that and just kind of pop that side underneath there. I'm going to pop all of these up and that is going to be the front of my card. Then we're going to add a sentiment, put this on our base, and that is our card. Very cute and simple. Let's see, we need some dimensionals here. So if you guys have ever thought about becoming a part of Stampin' Up! And doing what I do, now you don't have to make a business out of being a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. You can absolutely just join my team and be a discount shopper. So that means you will get a discount on all of your future orders. And it is a great way to kind of build your stash of craft supplies. There's also so much fun to be had by being on my team. You get so much support from some really top demonstrators. The other thing is that, let me make sure I get this on here straight. If you are a demonstrator, but you just don't have the support that you need, I have had others ask me, you know, I've been with Stampin' Up! For 20 years. It's so hard to switch demonstrators because there is a waiting period. But what I tell everybody is you have to do what is best for you and what makes you happy. I currently just had somebody join my team who came from another team. She wasn't getting the support because her person that she joined up under was no longer with Stampin' Up! It happens. So she wanted to continue to have the support, so she took the steps to do so. And, you know, I think she's a much happier person now that she has that support from a team around her to answer questions when she gets stuck versus just kind of being on her own and trying to just wing it or always having to call Stampin' Up! When she could be on a team that is there to love and support her and help her get through. Okay, so this is how this is going to look. So please know that you can always go to shopdannygarola.com and that will take you directly to the join across the top. You can join my team there or reach out to me. stampinthepinkbarn@gmail.com is how you can email me with any questions. It's also going to be in the description of this video that you can see my email there, that you can go directly and email me if you have any questions about that. Oh my gosh, Kimberly, I have to stop for a minute. I have to read what you wrote. Hello everyone, running a bit late. First day back to work after vacation. Ugh, it's always so hard going back to work after vacation. Like, I so know that when I get back, and it's just kind of seems like this with everybody I know, you need a vacation after your vacation, right? Like, you need to come home, you need to get back into home mode and back into like just the swing of things again. When you get back from vacation, you have to now go out and go grocery shopping because there's no food in the house. And then you have to do all the laundry that you just got back from. I get it. We do. It's just one of those things. Now storms are heading in your direction. Yikes. Oh, thank you so much, Kimberly. See, and that's the thing, is you definitely have to find, you know, what works for you. And I would never try to take anybody from anybody's team. That's not what I'm here for at all. Please by no means do not think that I am trying to take you away from your team. That is not what I'm doing here. I'm just simply telling you, if you're not happy in where you're at, there's always a place that you can be happier. So that's just what I'm taking that down that path. Because I have had people reach out to me and be like, you know, it's hard for me to walk away after this many years. And because, you know, I get a discount and da-da-da. I'm like, yeah, but you could be right back there. But then you could be there with support as well. And then you can have, you know, challenges that we throw out for you. There's just so much more to be had when you're on a big, great team. That's what I'm getting at. If you're shopping and not taking advantage of the benefits of joining, then absolutely, that's exactly what it is. She says, Kimberly writes on there, if you're shopping and not taking advantage of the benefits of joining, why? Join Danny's team. Well, I would like to say that is ideal. Because that it is. Okay, so what we are going to do with this little thing, I just put 2 little dimensionals on top of this to go across this diagonally, and we are going to, or not diagonally, but horizontally, to just kind of make this a cute little simple card. We are going to now just adhere that right on our card base. Now I need to watch that I line this up. There we go. Then I have just a little scrap of black, and what I am going to do with that is I am going to come over here and I am going to use the sentiment, you are amazing. But this says you are amazing in every single way. So what I am going to do is I am going to grab my gold embossing powder, and I need to grab my little embossing buddy here. Also know that we have a new catalog going to be starting in September. We have a new catalog coming out. It's our holiday catalog. Oh, can't wait. And so you're going to want to join the team so you can actually start purchasing those things. When you're a demonstrator, you get a month in advance to start ordering those things before customers can. So that's also another perk. Right now, when you shop with me, if you have been a current customer of mine within the last 6 months, you're going to automatically get one of those in the mail. So be sure to get your order in with me. If you have not ever ordered and you're new, get your order in with me. Again, that is shopdannygorola.com, and you will be put on my mailing list to get those catalogs. They will be shipped during the second, third week of August. Those will be shipped out to you. Okay, so let's grab our sentiment. That's normally the fastest, quickest way for you guys to get a catalog is by being a customer. If you're already a demonstrator, just know you're going to get your own copy in the mail, and it's so fun. It's kind of like Christmas with the new catalog. All right. So what we are going to do is I'm going to only use the You Are Amazing on this. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take my stamp and I'm just going to line it up with the edge. And I am using a Versamark pad because I am going to be using my embossing powder. So I'm just going to do this kind of right in the center, and I will trim this down as I need. So I'm just going to go like that. Now it does look like I did get that other part of that word on there, and you know why? It's because I didn't clean that after I used it on my sample card. That's why. I was like, I know I did not get that in ink, but it's because I put it away without cleaning it the last time. So we're going to just flip this over this way, and we'll do it on this side. So just hold that, just put that top part of that sentiment in the ink. Make sure this is dry. And again, we will do this again here. Okay, that's a little bit better. That still has a little bit of ink on it, but we're going to cut this, so it'll be okay. Now, where did my spoon go? Well, I did have a spoon, but I don't know where it's at. So we're just going to take this, put it in here like this, kind of use that to dip in there on its own. That looks kind of good. Just give it a couple little taps. Tap, tap, tap. Put the lid back on this, because when I bring my heat tool in, I don't want that heating any of that extra stuff up. So here is my heat tool. I'm going to turn this on, give it a couple of seconds to heat up there. Ooh, and it's going to get quite warm. I'm going to take this and just hold that on there, and it's almost like magic in front of your eyes. You're going to see that heat up. And I'm going to burn my fingers if I keep holding it there. Just like so. You'll know when it's done because it kind of gets you'll see the powder kind of melt and get a very beautiful metallic look to it. Okay, so there is our sentiment piece. So what I want to do is I want to grab my trimmer. And I need to kind of straighten that out a little bit because I bent it. And I'm just going to now watch the bottom of my sentiment there in the track of my cutting blade, and then I can just kind of cut that down however I need it. And see, and that's what a lot of people do. They will go into being just a hobby demonstrator. We call them discount shoppers, whatever, we don't judge. And the thing is with that is you'll never know. Sometimes, like my mom actually got, because you are in a database that you are a demonstrator, and sometimes you're going to get customers, and then that just helps you to further buy the items that you want. So here's kind of a little funny story taking me down that little path. I've recently realized that I can no longer wear mascara. So I don't know what happened when and eyeshadow at that. I've always been kind of a makeup freak, but I'm going to say it probably has to do more with menopause, with my chemicals and my body changing. But every time I try to wear eyeshadow or mascara, my eyes just water like crazy. And so maybe I just need to, and I have like 4 or 5 different mascaras that I've tried, and it's the same thing with every single one of them. So maybe I just need to try to buy a sensitive eye. Or the way I kind of also put it is, that's more money for craft supplies. Yeah, I think that sounds better than even trying to have to buy sensitive eye stuff. But I don't know. I might try to buy a sensitive eye one. I know there's a couple of brands out there that are like all natural mascara that claim to not have like the garbage in it that can affect your eyes, but who knows? So, you know, I just kind of told myself, you know what, if I can't wear mascara anymore, then that's just money that I need for crafting supplies. That'll work for me. That's my justification. Okay, so now so what I've just done is I've just ran a little slit up the side, and then I've cut in from the sides of that, from the corner to the center, and I've flagged the ends of that. And so now what I'm going to do is this is going to go right on top of that for a very cute, sweet, and simple card. So what I'm going to do is I am going to add just a few little dimensionals to the back of that. Now we do have this comes in a combo pack of our large dimensionals. That one's almost empty, but these are the large dimensionals. And then you get the mini dimensionals for the black. And so then they're not seen underneath your black paper cardstock. Well, good, Cheryl. I'm glad that I'm not the only one. I mean, I used to wear mascara. I used to wear falsy lashes. I used to do all those things. And then I got old. And then everything went to hell in a handbag. I can't do that. I can't. What did you say? Something about COVID. I stopped makeup when I went home with COVID. Well, you know what? Well, see, maybe COVID did some good things for our lives. It made us realize that life's too short to have to put makeup on in the morning. And see, and that could be it. Maybe, because I've had COVID a couple of times, maybe it kind of changed things in my system that made me be more sensitive to stuff. Not sure. But that's okay. I'll take it for what it is. Whatever I have to blame it on, we'll just blame it on. I think it's probably more menopause, but who knows? It is what it is. All right, so let's see what fun. I didn't even think about embellishments, but we've got some fun ones. This one's got kind of this neat, well, that's not what I want. Ooh, those are cool. I like those. We're going to use these. These are the adhesive backed sparkle gems. Now this is silver, gold, and black. So the black might kind of be neat on there because we do have the black sentiment with the gold. But then again, those gold might be kind of pretty on there too to really make that sparkle. I think we're going to go with the gold. Why not? We can do what we want. We're the boss of this card. Okay, I'm going to go like that, and then we're going to put, let's do another big one right up here. There we go. Don't get me wrong, I love my makeup, but when it's making me cry all over myself and I look like a big teary baby, that's not cute. Well, I even have waterproof mascara because that's always been my go-to because it's warm down here and we sweat and that's just gross. So I always have used waterproof mascara. So I can't use the excuse that it would tear down my face because we all have been there when you didn't use waterproof mascara and you would cry or you would sweat or whatever. And then you would see these long, it always reminds me of that Tammy Faye, like on her program that we used to watch as a kid. You would see her mascara running down her face. Yeah, I don't want to be that person. Oh, and you got naturally curly hair after. Well, God only knows. I mean, I could only hope to have just curly hair and to not have to do anything with it. That would be wonderful. Yeah, Cheryl said the same thing. Okay, so there is our simple, cute card. But I want to kind of do a little something in the inside of this to make it as pretty. So I think what we might do here is we could just take that same little leaf there. And I'm thinking maybe pecan would be kind of neat because it's such a neutral color. So if we grab our pecan pie, ooh, hold on a minute. I just had an idea. I'm going to use pumpkin pie, pecan, and what was my other color? Oh, I used early espresso. We're going to do something different here. This may or may not work. But you know what? We're going to try it on a piece of scratch paper first and see if it's going to work before I ruin the inside of my card because that would not be fun. So I just have this little scrap here. So let's make sure we get this on here. This would also be a good technique to do with your baby wipe technique if you've ever done that. So I'm going to go into my lightest color first. And I'm just going to dab, 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 kind of just lightly with that. Then I'm going to come over here with the pecan and just try to keep my colors away from each other. And then go down here with the brown. That's the early espresso. Let's see how this would look. Not sure if I like that. I mean, it'll work, but you know what I need to do? I need to grab, let's clean this off. I'm gonna grab my finger dauber and we're gonna do it a different way because I didn't like that. It was too harsh around some of these marks. So let's try something different because we're all here to learn. So I'm gonna go back into that orange, pumpkin pie. Then I'm going to take my, that was pumpkin pie. Then I'm going to pecan pie. And I'm just going to lightly add that on like so. Then I'm going to come into my early espresso and add that kind of up throughout. And let's see what that looks like. That might kind of tone things down a little bit. Much better. I like that so much better than I like this. I like, let me hold that up a little bit. I like that it's a little bit smoother. You don't have just the cutoff with the colors. It just looks more like a leaf would be with the changing of the colors. So we are going to now do that technique on the inside of our card. Let me clean this again so we can do that one more time. To add some pumpkin pie up over in here like so. Then I'm going to grab my pecan pie and just kind of dab it around like that. Then I'm going to grab my early espresso, come back in over here. I'm going to kind of get this corner over here with some more of that pumpkin. Okay. I think that'll work. Okay, now let me move these out of the way. I'm gonna grab the inside of my card and I'm just going to stamp this just like so on the corner. Ooh, see, that might be good, Frida, if I asked for some eye cleanser. It's just like the last time. So what was it? Just a couple of weeks ago, I went live on here and I did one of my Monday videos and I put mascara on. And then later on that night, as I'm finishing like doing my blog and all that kind of stuff, I thought, God, my eyes are just driving me nuts. So I go in the bathroom. I literally look like I walk through a hornet's nest. My eyes were so swollen, like the lids of my eyes were just horrendous. And my husband goes, "Oh my God, what happened?" He goes, "What, did you get into something?" And I go, "Yeah, it's called makeup." I go, "So I'm gonna save you some money. I'm not gonna wear it anymore." He's like, "Well," he's like, "that's a shock for you." And I go, "Well, I can't if I'm gonna look like this. Like, this is bad." And he's like, "Yeah," he goes, "it does look kind of bad." I'm like, "Well, thanks, buddy, but okay, I get it." I haven't been able to wear mascara for over 15 years. My eyes water. That's exactly what mine do. They water like crazy. It's just, I look like I'm crying all over myself. And I'm like, honestly, I have to like tell people I'm not crying. I promise. I'm like, I didn't watch a sad movie. I guarantee it. So there is the inside of our card. We did put the "You Are Amazing." So I'm going to leave that blank. So whoever wins this card for next week can actually add whatever you would like to the inside of that. Speaking of giveaways, holy Mary Mother, I totally forgot about our giveaways for this week. I'm surprised you guys were not yelling at me. Like, where are our cards from last week? Okay, so here we go. I'm going to go ahead and do it now. I know I'm in between my first and second card, but that's okay. We're going to make this happen. Okay, so for commenting last week on the video, so when you come in here and you're watching this even later on in this week, I do my drawings every Monday. So you have a full week to come back in here. If you haven't been able to catch me live, that's okay. You have the week to come in here, comment, like, and share this video. Just make sure you come back in and comment that you've liked and shared so I know that you have done that so I can add you to my drawing. So for this first card, last week, we used the Labeled with Love, and I actually have the punch. So we did this cute little card for the first one. Now this one is going to go to Marcia Svatek, I think is how you say it. I'm probably slaughtering your last name, but you know who you are. So Marcia, this cute little card is going to be coming to you in the mail. So that's for Marcia, and that is for commenting last week. The second card is this super cute little birthday card. Now this is kind of more of masculine colors, so this can be given to a little boy, your husband, whatever, for a cute little birthday card. This one is going to go to, for liking last week's video, this is going to Miss Cheryl Grimlick, and I know you're in here. So Cheryl, this card is coming to you. Cute little birthday card. Then the last card is this one that has these really pretty little butterflies that we used our Stampin' Blends on, using the Coastal Cabana and the Highland Heather. And then we did some reverse emboss on this, carried those little butterflies over for another cute little birthday card. And then I have some iridescent rhinestone basic jewels. Now this is for sharing last week's video. So for coming in and sharing last week's video, this is going to go to Miss Carol Helms. So Carol, I'm not sure if I have your address. So if you can email me, you'll find my email in the description of this video. It is stampinthepinkbarn.com or stampinthepinkbarn@gmail.com. That is where you can email me your address, and I will get this cute little card with your iridescent little rhinestones in there as well. So that was for sharing my video. Thank you guys so much for all of your love and support. Okay, now back to our regular program show with We Are Card Making. So now we are on to card number 2. I am so sorry that I forgot to do that at the beginning, but nonetheless, never late, or better late than never. So card number 2, again, we are using a thick basic white cardstock. This is 11 by 4 1/4, scored at 5.5. Hello, Lisa. Welcome. Okay, we are going to go ahead and fold and burnish this down. Now, this will be your portrait style card. Then I have another piece, but this is the not thick basic white. This is 3 3/4 by 5. And what we're going to do is I'm going to move this because I don't want to get any smudges or anything on this. So I'm going to set that aside. I'm going to bring in one of my small blending brushes. I'm also going to bring in the, I think I'm going to use Lemon Lime Twist, just because I was telling you guys last week that I never touch this color. And I think I'm going to go ahead and use Old Olive. I wasn't sure. I might do soft seafoam. Hold on. I kind of want to go light in the center. So let me try something really quick. Let me see how these two colors look together. Now that would be soft seafoam and okay, nope, it's not going to be soft seafoam. We're going to go ahead and go with the Lemon Lime Twist. Okay, so using this little piece of paper, grabbing my Lemon Lime Twist, I'm going to go with the lighter color first. And I'm going to go ahead and use my glass mat to kind of blend that ink out on my brush so I don't have those harsh swirly lines in there. This kind of just makes everything kind of blend together. And so I'm just going to start very lightly in the center of my card using the Lemon Lime Twist. Or this isn't my card, but this is my basic white layer. And grab some more of that ink off of there. Okay, and that's kind of a bright intensity. I like that. So I will now move on to my Old Olive. Okay, and now I'm just going to go around the edge of this card, kind of just blending those colors together, just grabbing kind of around the outside here. See how that kind of helps to keep that streaking from happening when you go to blend onto your card there, or onto your layer of paper. Okay, I think I'm going to go a little bit darker around the outside here. I really want to see the two different contrasts from that light and that dark. So I like to go lighter on color first because I can always add color. I can't take color away. So that's kind of my whole reasoning for starting kind of light and then working into the darker consistency. Okay, I think that's good. I'm just going to leave that alone to have that light in the center there. And now that's kind of funny because it almost looks like it's yellow, but I promise you we used lemon lime twist and Old Olive. So this is where the chamois comes in handy for your glass mat. This just wipes right off of here. If you've got any little glue smudges, this chamois takes the glue right off of that thing, and it's like it was brand new again. Okay, so let that dry a second so I'm not sticking my card down in wet. There is that. Here's my card base that I'll bring back in and set there. So now what I need is I need to grab a sheet of gold foil. Now what I'm going to do with this gold foil is I am going to cut this at about 5 1/4 by 5 1/4. Square, just like that. I also need a scrap piece of it, and I need a scrap piece of black, and we'll get to that in just a minute. But here is my 5 1/4 by 5 1/4 square. I am now going to grab, again, my embossing folder along with my die here. If I spin this around using the logo side again of the why is this not charging my device? Hold on a second. Sorry guys, it was telling me that it wasn't charging my other phone that I watch you guys on. Okay, so I'm going to take this and I'm going to put it right in the channel where that's going to fit. It's going to fit right around that outline. I'm going to take my gold foil Make sure that is down and in place. I'm going to take it, I'm just going to lay it right over the top of my image there. Okay, take this and close it just like so, making sure that everything is in my paper. Okay, fold this over, make sure everything's sitting together, and I'm going to run this through using my specialty plate again, making sure my hinge is facing towards the center of my machine. Okay, when I'm done with that, I'm going to flip this open. Let's go this way. Then everything pops right out. That is going to leave me with my big die coming out of there, just like that. It's going to give me my 3 big leaves that I need. So there's that one, and again, these are texturized. They're just gorgeous, very lifelike, besides the fact that they're gold. But then you kind of have this neat little stencil on top of that. So there's that. You can try to figure out what you're going to do with. You also have, this is where you can see the embossing on the embossing folder just by itself. If you don't use the die with this, this is a perfectly beautiful embossed image as well, which on the last card, you're going to see me do something with that. So let's get that out of the way. The next portion that we need to do for this card is we need to grab our scrap of gold. I'm going to set these little guys over here. I need my other part here. I am going to take this little image here, this little die image, that's going to go on there. I'm going to do that twice, actually. I need this little image here. Oops, these little trio of leaves. Okay, and we're going to do this big open leaf right here. So let me die cut those. And I will have to run through one extra time to get another one of those first ones. Okay, so let me get these off of here and show you. So this one I'm not going to need anymore. This one, and it's stuck inside of there. So we're going to need that. And then again, this one's stuck in here, but it's a little bit. Now, if you find your paper, your cardstock getting stuck in your dies, there are always holes, these little tiny holes in the back of your dies. So just take your pick tool, flip this thing around, make sure the spatula part is inside and locked, and then your little piece will push right out of there. And there is my little die cut on that gold. Here's that open leaf. Now I have this one little straggler here that we're gonna poke right out of there. There's that. Okay, we're gonna do this one more time. See, and it got stuck in there again. So we are going to take your pick tool, poke those little 3 holes, and grab that right out of there. My watch has this magnet on here because that's how it stays closed. It goes like this. I find myself sticking my dies to the back of my magnet all the time. So I'd be like, where's my thing? There it is, stuck to my watch. Pretty goofy. Okay, there's that. These are the pieces that we're going to need. I'm also going to need this little black. Oh, I forgot to tell you guys. Oh no, here it is. This is the die we're going to be using for this little circle die. So let me move that out of the way. We are going to be using our white embossing powder and our Versamark. So for this one, where did I put my little buddy? My little embossing buddy here. Kind of lightly rub that on there, get any fingerprints, static, whatever there might be stuck to that. Versamark, we are going to use the thank you sentiment. Okay, knowing that I need to probably get this somewhat straight in here, I'm going to go ahead and stamp that thank you right there in Versamark. Close that. Grab my white embossing powder. See, this one fits a spoon in it, so I know I can't lose the spoon for that one. Run that white embossing powder over there. Give it just a little tap. Get that extras off. Close that before I even bring over my heat tool. Okay, put that away. Let's grab that gun again. Well, not gun, but heat tool. I guess I shouldn't say gun. Okay, and we are going to let that heat is just going to melt that white. Just like so. Ugh, come on, stick up there. Okay, now what we're gonna do is grab our little circle. We're gonna take this, center that right in there. I'm going to die cut that. Okay, there is that. Using the circle right out of this cute little changing leaves. That is garbage. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to take that green piece that we have used. We're going to have some fun with this. We are going to now make some beautiful. Okay, we're going to take this. We're going to kind of just lay it on our paper first before I adhere anything down. I'm going to take my big images and I'm just going to place those around, kind of like so, like that. This big leaf is going to come right here. This little trio of leaves is going to come right over here, and then we're going to add that one there, and then we're going to add this one coming right down like this, and then our little thank you is going to go right there. But wait, right now you're probably going, ugh, what is she doing? Okay, well, hold on a second. Let me show you what I'm doing, because this is going to be gorgeous. So let me flip this leaf over. I'm just going to put a little bit of glue on these leaves to make sure they're just going to stick down. Okay, I'm going to take that and I'm just going to push it right up to that, like so. Okay, this one is gonna now get glue on that. This one I'm actually gonna take and I'm gonna go this way with it. So we're gonna kind of try to make sure this whole thing is stuck down there. Running some glue down the little veins. If you have a precision tip glue, that would work fabulously. Okay, let's do this maple leaf. All right, this one. Slide that up just a little bit more. This one is now going to go on the bottom here. Gonna go this way. I'm just gonna kind of stagger your leaves all around on there. It's kind of messy. We're gonna do this one here. You could also use the adhesive sheets for this as well. I'm sure that's probably what some of you guys are saying. Ooh, spaghetti for dinner, yum. That makes me hungry. What in the world? Neighbors are setting off fireworks? Where are we? Are we on like the 15th already? Did they forget that that was on July 4th? See, that would annoy me. That's why I kind of like living pretty rural out here because well, and the other thing is when you live in a very dry place like this, fireworks would be stopped awfully fast here. I'm just using my little adhesive remover to get some of my gunk off of here that I left down there. But now that that is complete, without putting that on there, that is what I have. Now I'm going to flip this over and grab my scissors, and any little piece of that leaf that was a hangover is just going to get snipped off. And they're going to be sticky and they're going to stick to your snips and all that kind of stuff, but we'll clean everything off when we're done. Like that. Go away, straggler. Now when I flip this over, that's when you're going to see the magic of how beautiful this turns out. So let's get all this. Besides my little black circle, we need that. Now when we flip this over, look how pretty that is. We are going to take that and that's going to go right on our card front, just like that. So now we need to grab our, I'm going to use my Stampin' Seal for this. This is going to go right over, leaving a little white border around the front here. I want to grab, now these are, let me find them. Here they are. These are the Blooming Pearls. I think I actually have 2 of these because I've used a lot of them out of there. So these are the Blooming Pearls that we need. Let me, look at this, I'm getting gunk on the back of my card. Let me use my little chamois to get all that stickiness off. Like I said, this removes the glue right off of your glass mat. Every once in a while, you should probably take like a Lysol wipe or an alcohol wipe or something like that and really clean your surface off, just to give it a pretty good cleaning. But there we go. We're gonna take this little thank you, and again, coming in with some of my little black dimensionals. Now you saw where I left this center part kind of blank. Well, this is why. Because we're gonna take our little thank you and we're gonna put that right in that center little blank area there. Just like that. Isn't that so pretty? Oh, I just think that gold just shines so well with all that green. Okay, let's grab our take your pick. We're gonna use these little gold gems from the Blooming Pearls. I'm gonna take a big one right here. Put that right there. Take a little one, put it right there. We're gonna open up this one too because I only have one little one left. We're gonna need some more. Okay, let's grab another big one with a little one. Grab a big one there. Actually, maybe I'm not gonna need that. I'm just gonna do all big ones here. I'm gonna put that one right there. Okay, there we go. Guess I didn't need to open that one. But I'm glad I had extras. So what a beautiful card. What do you guys think of that? Isn't that just so stunning? So you could try this in so many different colors. Like I think Coastal Cabana might be really pretty. You could do something like rich razzleberry and then do like a light pink in the center. That would be gorgeous also. Just because the rich razzleberry is that dark and it looks so good with, remember when we used to have the color Mary Merlot? If you guys have been around for a while, you probably remember that burnt red color, that Mary Merlot. It was like a brick red and it was so pretty with golds and that kind of stuff. But there is that. Now what I want to do for the inside of this is I think I'm going to take this open leaf and I'm going to just go ahead and cut it again. I should have already cut one, but I'm just going to go ahead and cut that on my gold paper. because we don't really have much stamping going on. We do have that little straggler hanging on. Now we could take on the inside here, and we could take some of our green and just kind of carry this over right in here to the inside. Let me grab just a little bit more. Add a little bit of adhesive to this. Oh, now I'm craving spaghetti that you say that. I think that was Melanie who said that, wasn't it? I could probably be to your house in what, maybe 3 hours, you think? I think I could probably make it in pretty good time. No, I'm just joking. I mean, I could though. I mean, she does live fairly close. As long as you got me some good garlic bread, girl. You better have some garlic bread. Can't have spaghetti without my garlic bread. Okay, so let's look at the sentiments. We did say thank you. I couldn't have done it without you. That would be cute. A little note to brighten your day. I'm here for you. No, I think I couldn't have done it without you would be best for the thank you card. We could say you are amazing in every single way. But let's do this one. I could have used the partial piece from the edge. You're right. I absolutely could have and saved myself a little bit of my gold foil. But I guess my brain just wasn't thinking ahead. But that is a great way. And especially, normally I would think that way because you know how I'm always kind of like into saving everything. That would have been smart. Especially the big one that we cut off of this up here. Could have done some of those smaller ones. So I couldn't have done it without you. I'm just going to stamp this right in the center. Like so. So there is card number 2. I think that is just so freaking stunning. I think that is just gorgeous. So I hope you guys play around with different colors and see what you guys like. Why do I feel like I am like moving further and away? Am I pushing you guys away from me? I'm like having fun and just keep pushing my mat away, and then you guys are sliding further and further away. So there you go. There is card number 2 using Changing Leaves. Okay, let's do card number 3. Now I saved card number 3 because card number 3 is messy, but you guys are going to love this. And I'm actually using the Basic Beige. I have not used Basic Beige yet for you guys. So this is your standard 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. And I had, there it is, my bone folder sitting here. So we are going to use this regular portrait style. I am then bringing in that beautiful wood grain. Now that is called the Country Woods Designer Series paper. That's got all these wonderful wood grains. I love how this has got the different shades in this. Okay, so that will be next. I needed a scrap of Pool Party, a scrap of Misty Moonlight, a scrap of Basic Beige. There's my inside piece. I need the gold, and I also need to cut myself I don't need to cut myself, but I mean I need to cut a piece of Petal Pink. I forgot to add that to my scrap. You're like, wait a minute, did she just say she was gonna cut herself? Yeah, no. I'm not that person. Okay, let's take this, put this down here. All right, so now we're gonna take all of our scraps and we're just gonna move them aside because I don't need them at the moment. We're gonna do something else first. So what we need to do is we need to grab this piece right here. This is our designer series paper. And I'm going to grab my embossing folder. Now I want to make sure I have the side that is being imprinted down where I'm going to be putting my paper. So normally when we emboss, we would stick our paper in just like this and have it raise our impression up. I want my impression down. So I know that's a little bit on the reverse. So I'm going to take, because I want this side of my paper being seen, I'm going to take this and I'm going to flip it over. Okay. So my Stampin' Up! Logo is going to be on the back side of my paper. Now you can use many different designer series papers for this technique. I'm going to kind of decide where I want to set all my fun on this. And I'm going to just move it down here a little bit to this corner. Or maybe we'll go to that corner. Maybe we'll go to that top corner there. Kind of like so. Just so we've got a little bit of that, you know, different leaves showing. So then I'm going to run this through, again, using that specialty plate. Okay. And as you can see, we have our raised impression on the back, and then we've got it impressed into the front. That's the way we want this to be. I'm going to grab a scrap piece of paper here. I'm actually going to do it on a flat surface, so I'm going to just use a piece of scratch paper. I'm going to put that down. I am going to grab my Memento black ink. You can use any black ink that you have. Just make sure it is well inked up and souped for you. This is called the blackout technique. I'm sure you guys have seen it. Now, I like it because the wood almost has kind of this darked out look to it anyways. So on that side that has been pressed in, I'm taking the reverse, all this upper portion, and I am just going to black that out. And you're gonna get ink all over you, so make sure that when you're making these, that you don't plan on touching too many other parts of other cards or whatnot, because it is messy. So I just take that, and I don't mind that there's a little bit of that blue showing through. I think I kind of actually like that look. It looks a little bit more rustic. But then I try to hold like these pieces that are more not so inked up, to hold my fingers there, because you will get it on you, because that ink is going to take a minute to dry. And then I just move my pad around different ways to make sure I kind of get that all inked up that I want, the way I want it. And you can go really, really black, or you can keep it more of the whitewash look. I'm going to come back over here and make it really dark. Okay. And that is what that will look like. So you're going to see the colors of the paper pop through that. And that's where I'm going to base my colors on. So there is that. And see what I said, you're going to get really messy. Make sure you do have your Memento refill so you can fill your pad back up when you're done. Is the specialty plate available? I will have to look. Let me look really quick. This is the specialty plate. Let me look really quick. You asking that, you must have known that it was out of stock for a while. I didn't even see that on there, so let me look really quick. It looks like it is back in stock. Yes, it is. That was Melanie. So Melanie, yes, the specialty plate is back in stock. Okay, so then we have, this is gonna go on our basic beige. Then we are going to bring in our scraps here. We've got our pool party. We are going to use, where did I put my big die? There it is. Okay, so what I'm going to do with this is I am going to take my, I'm going to get all my, see my little things here from when I was, and what I want to do on this, I don't want this being embossed because I have my embossed look on my background here. I just want my leaves cut. So for this, I know I need one of those. I'm gonna try to see if I can get quite a few of these cut out at one time. Not saying it's gonna work, but you know what, I'm gonna try it. I also need my maple leaf cut out of the petal pink. Sorry, I was having a brain fart. Okay, so let me bring these over here and cut these at the same time to get these both done. So you can layer your paper and you can cut up to 3 layers at a time of your paper. So if you know you want to cut 3 leaves in one color, you can layer those different colors together and cut out 3 of those at once. So here is my petal pink, and here is my little pool party. And then what I need to do is I need to grab this little piece here and this little leaf here. This one, the trio of leaves, is going to go in Misty Moonlight. So let me move all my scraps off of my plate here. That's going to go Misty Moonlight. This one is going in my gold. So I'm going to run those through. There's the Misty Moonlight. And this guy again got stuck. Have you used it in your old machine? I don't even know where my old machine is, to be honest with you. Are you talking about the Sizzix, the old Sizzix machine? Because this is the machine that I have currently that I use. I have this one. I used to have the old Sizzix machine that we used to have. That one is put away in a storage somewhere in one of our storage sheds outside. I have not tried the specialty plate on that. No. I thought I was going to ruin my folder or break my Big Shot. That's what it's called, Big Shot. I have not tried it in there. So there's probably, I mean, and when I say probably, I'm going to, well, I guess I shouldn't say I guarantee, but if you go here on YouTube, I'm pretty certain somebody has tried using the specialty plate in their Big Shot. I'm like 99.2% that somebody's done it, because everybody has, you know, videos here on YouTube showing you guys how to use different plates with different machines. I just have mine put away, so I have not had to bring out that machine. Now, what am I looking for? My sentiment that I want to use, a little note to brighten your day. So we're going to grab this sentiment here, and I'm going to stamp it on the center of this. again, using my Versamark, we're going to grab our gold down. Now this is my little scrap of basic beige. Okay. Tap that off a little bit. I forgot to use my embossing buddy, so I've got a couple of little stragglers, but I think it's going to be okay. I'm going to grab my heat tool and heat this gold up, gold embossing powder. Try not to burn myself. Ooh. Okay, there's that. Now, if you're wondering, because I forgot to tell you, if you go through our catalog and you're wondering where the heck is the changing leaves set? Where is this bundle that this lady is trying to show me here? Remember, we have an online exclusive products, and that is where you are going to find the changing leaves. So just know that when you go into my store at shopdannygarola.com, on the right or the left hand side are these little lines that when you drop down, you can hit shop all products, and then it's going to bring another list. Go to online exclusives. You're going to be opened up to a whole new plethora of products that you may not, or you may have known that are there. And it's got some pretty wonderful things in there. They did just update that shopping experience, so it's kind of fun in there. I am going to take the long banner little label here, and I'm going to die cut that. And I really like the way the gold embossing powder looks on that basic beige. It's really pretty. Okay, so now what we need to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to adhere this straight to my card base. After I get my glue booger off there because it's not working like that. I know it looks like I'm being extremely heavy-handed on the glue, but it's because since you have all these raised spots, I'm not really going heavy. I'm just making sure I'm getting it on all those raised areas. So when I place this down, I make sure it gets a good adhesion. Okay. And in this, you're going to see that you can see the lines of that wood grain paper. Again, I like that look for the leaves because leaves are kind of that rusticy kind of look. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab my little pool party leaf here. I'm also going to take the petal pink. I'm going to just lay this like so, probably interweave those. I'm going to take the little blue and we're going to put that kind of in the hole like so, but let's go ahead and get these adhered. So I'm going to go ahead and put some glue on the petal pink. Just lay the I think I'm going to go like this. So I actually want to put a little bit of glue on the back of this stem and then slide that kind of like that. So it kind of sets behind like so. Okay. Oh, I got glue all over my hands. That's going to set like that. We're going to take this little one and we're going to pop it kind of down behind there. So again, just taking a little bit of glue and placing that right behind like that. Okay. And then this little piece, I'm just going to put glue on the end of it towards the bottom. And then that's just going to get laid kind of like so. Just make a little floral arrangement there. Now that is going to get a couple of dimensionals on the back. I'm going to use some of the big ones. Okay, we're going to place this right to the side over here. Kind of come down just a bit. And then this is going to get over on the left-hand side, it's going to get a dimensional. And then just a little bit of glue over here on the right. And then we're just gonna lay that right like so across that. Okay, and there is card number 3. Now we could do the same thing and we could add a couple of little gold gems on there. These are kind of neat here, but I don't think they're the right color gold. So I think, you know, I don't think I'm going to add any embellishments to it. I think the little pop of gold that I have on there makes it just enough to not take away that rustic like feel to it, but still make it somewhat elegant. If you kind of see what I'm trying to go with on that. Let's get a inside. I thought I had an inside, but obviously I didn't cut one. So let me grab a piece of white here and do an innie to this. We're gonna cut this at 5 1/4. By 4. And I had, I had a little strip of this paper. Okay, maybe I moved it over here. Oh, there it is. Now we could take this strip and put in the inside of that, and it would very much carry that over We could run that through the embossing folder, do the black on that again. I think I kind of like it like that because you're really seeing those colors. So I'm going to go ahead and just leave it the way it is. And I think it actually brings out more of the stripes in the front of the card when you see the inside with that wood look on it. Okay, so there is card number 3. A little note to brighten your day. Now, wouldn't that brighten your day if you got that from someone in the mail, just letting you know that they were thinking about you or whatever the case may be? So let me go ahead and bring in all 3 of the cards that we have done for today's Make It Monday. This is our Changing Leaves class. This class will be available for you to get in the mail when you place an order of $35 or more, and you must use my host code, shopdannygorola.com. You are going to get all the cardstock, everything you need besides the bundle in order to go ahead and make this. You may actually love the Fall Leaves 3D embossing folder, so you might want to just add that to your order as well. So you'll have that to make this super cute little card. But yeah, hopefully that gives you kind of a feel for the Changing Leaves bundle. It is in our online exclusives. So you will see that it is all about these wonderful leaves, some really cute little sentiments. You are amazing in every way. Here for you. Thank you. A little note to brighten your day. I couldn't have done it without you. 3 fabulous leaves here. You've got 2 cards of dies, and you have the Changing Leaves. Let me grab the right embossing folder. The Changing Leaves hybrid embossing folder that also allows you to cut those 3 large leaves and leave those beautiful impressions on it as well. So there you guys go. I hope you enjoy this card class and give these cards a try with this set. If you have any questions, I'm going to stay live for just a couple of seconds and see if you guys have anything that you need me to answer for you. Don't forget, if you would like to be a part of my fabulous team, you can email me. My email is in the description of this video, stampinthepinkbarn@gmail.com, and ask any questions you might have if you want to do it privately that way. Also know that I have my adhesive kits that are available. You can also read about those in the description below. These are $40. It comes with some tear and tape, your mini glue dots, your green glue. It comes with your mono sand eraser, both of your large and small white dimensionals. Comes with an adhesive remover. It has a 6-inch ruler in there. It's a clear ruler, so you'll be able to see through it because you guys know how I love my large Tim Holtz clear ruler. I have put a small little 6-inch one in there so you can see through it when you're measuring things. So yeah, you guys can get your hands on one of those. I will, like I said, the description of that, or you can see the link to that in the description below. And I hope you guys have a very wonderful week. Don't forget, Mystery Stamping is coming up this Wednesday. And you guys have a wonderful week. Be safe out there. Take care of yourselves. Love one another. I love you all for coming in here and spending your evening with me. Take care. Bye-bye.